at home is actually the hardest job. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't get paid anything for the job you're doing, which is taking care of your household, your kids, and your husband. That is the hardest job and the most important, because you are being there for your family, and it just never stops. It's 24/7. So, girl, yes, you're tired.
This is a dream that I have had since lunch, and I am not giving up on it now.
Being a housewife is not a reward. Being a woman of leisure is a reward.
Well, that's the same thing.
No, they're not. No, they're not. If you're a woman of leisure, if you are a woman of leisure, you don't have responsibilities. Your responsibility is being a woman of leisure. If you are a housewife, you maintain and you manage the house. That's not a fucking reward. It's a job. Whether it's only 20 hours a week, it's still a job.
If there's no kids,
if you trying to reward me because I was there through the tough times, let me be a woman of leisure. Let me be a kept woman. That is a reward. Rewarding me with washing dishes is not a fucking reward.
Okay, hear me out. It is a Thursday at 11 a.m. I'm in all Lululemon. I went to the gym this morning. Then I went to pick up my raw milk, went to my favorite coffee shop, got my latte, came to the grocery store, got steaks and ingredients for tonight's dinner because we're hosting. Now I'm gonna go drop off some closet alterations, maybe help my husband with accounting and tax stuff, clean the house again because we're hosting, so I'm gonna do a deep clean. You do have to find the right man who gives you the option to do this, but imagine how much propaganda it took to convince women that this is oppressive.
Hearing some stuff about housewives and all that type of stuff, and women want to be housewives, and I might do like a little serious about it, but I always didn't understand why women they want to be housewives, but then they still want a nurse, they still want a nanny, they want a wet nurse, they need a maid, they need a chef. Like for me personally, for men that allow that to happen, only way I would allow that to happen if my wife was disabled, right? Or, she had a baby we had a baby at a later age, right? And it was just like, oh damn, we ain't even playing. It's a baby at the later age. Or she had a business or a career. That's different. Now, I believe those are kind of the few things I can think of. But if you just at the house, you want to be a housewife, like, no, like you, in my opinion, bro, you got to earn that. Just before we start talking about nannies and nurses, but the link in the description, join the Patreon. Appreciate the love and support, right? You got to earn that. Like my wife, I was with a woman and we was grinding for 4 or 5 years, and she was through the ups and downs with me, and we got where we need to go. And we ended up saying, okay, we can have a family. I would, hey, get what you want. And we got there, you get whatever car you want. You want a wet nurse, a nanny, all that. But my thing is this. I think you form your connection with your child, with your family. I would like my family, the mothers, the grandmothers, you know what I'm saying? The cousins, the aunties, the people closest on both sides of the family. I would hire them to come help my wife out. Those are the people that I would say I would hire and pay. And I know, they shouldn't have to pay. No, I want to pay them for that's who I would want. I wouldn't want strangers. Now, if I could make that happen because of our location or situation, okay, cool. That's different though. But I think this is why I'm a firm believer in both the mother and the father working together inside the house and bringing bacon in outside the house. I think that's very imperative. I think there's need to be a time where the men sit there and make the bottle, wake up at nighttime. He need to be hands-on. And I also think it's a point where the mother needs to be hands-on. Y'all don't need to have other people, especially touching y'all newborn baby that's not within the family. That's how I feel like. That's how you feel that bond. That whole barbaric thing of where the women, do all the nursing and the guy just bring the bacon in. How you going to form that connection with your seed? I think the men need to be taking the kids to practice. The men need to be, going to daddy-daughter dances or parent luncheons and parent-teacher conferences. You need both energies and both presence. Remember in like Boys in the Hood, and the teacher in the beginning was shocked to see Trey had a father. Both need to be active, and I'm a firm believer of that. But if it's in one of those situations, I don't mind it, right? But for you to be like, well, I need a nurse and a nanny and all this type of stuff, and you won't work or do nothing, and you need if you ain't gonna work or do nothing, you're gonna be a housewife. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that comes also with an in-house teacher. That means you gonna teach my kids colors, numbers. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be eating real food. Now I know all that bullshit. I want to see him eating real food. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go to the gym, knock off that baby weight. All that shit. I want to cook meal every fucking day, damn near, unless I say so. I want you to take my drawers off. I want you to give me a bath. I want you to do all. If you ain't gonna, I want you to cater to me and that baby. If that's what you want to do, which I don't believe in that. Now, if my wife earned that, and we grinded, she earned that, I'm cool with it. Earned it. We struggled together, or we came up to get one of the scenarios I gave. We came up and she earned it. She was there when I ain't have her. That's different. If that's what she wanted to do, we gonna have that conversation. But regardless, my presence is needed. And I just know, I get a lot of dudes. I work with dudes and I see how dudes be in the locker room too. They slobs. I get you. I understand y'all women. Them didn't just make me mad too. They slobs. I would want to split those responsibilities with my wife. Regardless, I don't mind doing the shit. She'd be like, well, I'm burnt out. Don't even worry about it. Hey, go have fun for the weekend. Go get your hotel room. I'm that type of dude. I got it. Bye. I'm that type of guy. I'm that hands-on type of guy. I don't like being lazy. I always kind of doing shit, But being a housewife with no housewife skills, let's talk about that. You don't cook. You can't cook. You don't know how to clean. I remember Bandman Kevo said he was with that girl and he broke up with her, I believe. He said he was going to buy her house, but it was going to be in his name. I don't want it. Okay, cool. And he said, well, one of the dogs shit on the floor and she just left the shit there and didn't clean it up. Come on now. Most women just want to be a housewife because it's lazy. It's not a hard job. It's not a hard job. Especially when the kids, you get past terrible 2, 3, 4. It's not a hard job. Take them to the park. It's not a hard job. It's patience, but it's not a hard job. So when I kind of hear women just want to be lazy, and then they don't even do that the right way. Kids don't know the colors. Kids don't know how to socialize. Kids don't know how to talk. The kid eating bullshit. Only thing they do is go buy a whole bunch of fly clothes that the kids don't need. It's wild to me. You got to have a skill set to do so. You got to have a skill set to do it. And a lot of women get cheated on. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of y'all get cheated on because y'all not in it. The guys that y'all get with that just be smashing y'all, there ain't no connection there. There ain't no backstory there. Y'all never loved them. Y'all was there for the money. If the money wouldn't be there, y'all wouldn't deal with them. Like y'all never really showed y'all was a true friend first and foremost. And that's why y'all get treated the way, but you can't be lazy. You can't be lazy. It should be fresh meals every day, cooking, clean. Shit should be clean every day. My grandmother didn't, the house, like my mother said, when she first started coming over there, you can eat off the floor. It always was clean. But the thing about cleaning, if you stay on top of it every day or every other day or, a couple times, it ain't bad. But you got to have the skills to be a housewife, bro. You got to have the skills to do so. But I'm a firm believer that y'all should split those abilities with the household abilities, the household chores, especially when you have children. That father needs to kind of have that connection with that child throughout the longevity of that relationship. I just think people don't understand how important that is for a young girl and a young boy and growing up, needing that father, seeing that father do things. But hey, that's just me. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.
I've been married.
Yeah.
And a quote unquote housewife, where he did everything financially. I hated that shit.
Why?
Because I'm not not saying that I'm not gonna clean and cook, but that's not what the fuck I want to do. Like, that's not what makes me happy. So yeah, if you at home and staying at home with the kids, that's what makes you happy, then all for it. But me, no, I want to go out there. I want to work. I want to hustle. I want to see how much, I can bring in. Let me see if my nigga make $200K a year. I want to match. Like, you gotta meet me. Like, let me come where you at, or bring me to where you're at. Like, how can I be where my nigga at?